The night shift at Earth's Deep Space Monitoring Station was usually quiet. Most operators spent their time checking routine signals and drinking coffee to stay awake. But on this particular night, everything changed. Captain James walked through the dim control room, his boots making soft sounds on the metal floor. He had been working at the station for 15 years, and nothing exciting ever happened. The most interesting thing they'd ever picked up was a strange echo from a distant pulsar. But tonight was different. "Captain, you need to see this." Mike, one of the younger operators, waved him over frantically. His screen showed an unusual pattern of signals that kept repeating. James leaned over Mike's shoulder, his eyes narrowing as he studied the screen. "How long has this been coming in?" "About 20 minutes, sir. At first, I thought it was just space noise, but it's too regular. It's definitely artificial." The pattern pulsed with a steady rhythm that couldn't be natural. James had seen enough random space signals to know this was something else. Something intelligent. "Send it to the main screen," he ordered, walking to the center of the control room. The large display lit up with the signal pattern, casting a blue glow over everyone's faces. Other operators stopped what they were doing and turned to watch. "Run it through all our decoding programs," James commanded. The room came alive with activity as people began working on the mysterious signal. Hours passed as they tried to understand the message. Coffee cups piled up, and the morning shift arrived to find the night team still working. Nobody wanted to leave until they knew what they were dealing with. Finally, around noon, the computer made a breakthrough. The signal wasn't just random patterns. It was a language, a completely alien language. "It's a distress call," announced Linda, their best code specialist. She pointed to specific parts of the pattern. "See these repeating segments? They match known distress signal patterns from Earth. Someone out there needs help." James immediately called the International Space Agency. Within an hour, the station was filled with experts from around the world. They brought better equipment and more powerful computers to analyze the signal. As they decoded more of the message, they learned the truth. A fleet of alien ships was trapped in a quantum storm near the edge of our solar system. Their advanced technology had stopped working in the strange energy field, leaving them helpless. The aliens called themselves the Stellar Assembly. They were a highly advanced civilization that had been exploring the galaxy when they encountered the quantum storm. Now they were stuck, their sophisticated ships unable to move or call for help except through the most basic communication methods. "Their technology is too advanced," explained Dr. Brown, a physicist who had joined the team. "The quantum interference is affecting all their systems. It's like trying to run a supercomputer in the middle of a massive electromagnetic pulse." James looked at the message again, thinking about the irony. These aliens, with all their advanced technology, needed help from humans, a species they probably considered primitive. "Send a response," he ordered. "Tell them we received their message and we're preparing to help." The team worked together to send a simple radio signal back to the stranded fleet. They used basic patterns that would be easy to understand, telling the aliens that Earth had heard them and was coming to their aid. When they received a reply, everyone in the control room cheered. The aliens had picked up their message and were relieved to know help was on the way. They hadn't expected anyone in this developing solar system to hear them or have the capability to respond. As James looked around the room at his excited team, he couldn't help but smile. Humanity was about to have its first contact with an alien civilization, and it would be as their rescuers, not as primitives to be ignored. "Alert all space agencies," he said. "Tell them to prepare their best ships and crews. We're about to show the galaxy what humans can do." The message went out across Earth, and humanity began preparing for its greatest mission yet. Sometimes, being less advanced had its advantages. Their simpler, more robust technology might be exactly what was needed to save an alien fleet that had thought itself far superior to anything they might find in this corner of space. Commander Anna stood in the massive hangar of the International Space Center, looking up at the fleet of rescue ships being prepared for the mission. 5 vessels, originally designed for Mars missions, were being modified with basic mechanical systems and old-style radio equipment. "Are you sure about removing the quantum computers?" asked Robert, the lead engineer. He held a tablet showing the ship's new designs. "It feels like we're going backwards, replacing digital systems with analog ones." Anna smiled and pointed to the nearest ship. "Those aliens are stuck precisely because their advanced technology doesn't work in the quantum storm. Sometimes, older is better." The rescue fleet's flagship, now named Earthbound Hope, was getting the most extensive modifications. Workers were installing mechanical backup systems for everything: steering, life support, and navigation. They even added an old-fashioned periscope system with actual lenses and mirrors. "Look at this," Anna said, walking over to a large wooden crate. Inside were dozens of paper maps and mechanical calculators. "If all our computers fail, we can still navigate using these." Robert shook his head in amazement. "The aliens will probably think we're crazy when they see this stuff." "They won't think we're crazy when we save them," Anna replied confidently. Over the next few days, the modifications continued. They replaced electronic cables with mechanical pulleys and levers. Digital gauges were backed up with analog ones filled with real liquid. They even installed manual override systems that could be operated with hand cranks if necessary. The other ships, Earth's Pride, Star Reach, Home's Spirit, and Planet's Hope, received similar modifications. Each vessel became a unique blend of modern space technology and reliable mechanical systems from the past. During the final preparation meeting, Anna addressed her crew. "The Stellar Assembly thinks their technology is superior to ours. They're probably wondering how such a primitive civilization could help them. But our simple solutions might be exactly what they need." She pointed to a diagram showing the quantum storm. "Their fancy quantum drives are useless in there. But our chemical rockets, our mechanical systems, those will work just fine. Sometimes the old ways are the best ways." The crew nodded in agreement. They had all been chosen for their ability to work with both modern and traditional equipment. Each person could navigate by stars, repair mechanical systems, and work without depending on computers. On launch day, the whole world watched as the rescue fleet prepared for takeoff. The media called it humanity's greatest challenge. Some people worried that Earth was sending outdated technology to help an advanced civilization. But Anna and her crew knew better. As they went through the pre-launch checklist, Anna smiled at the sound of clicking switches and turning dials. No touch screens here. Everything was physical and real. You could feel each system working. "Rescue Fleet, this is Control." Captain James's voice came through the radio. "All systems are green. Are you ready for launch?" Anna looked around at her crew, each sitting at their stations with determined expressions. "This is Commander Anna. Rescue Fleet is ready. Let's show the galaxy what humans can do with the basics." The 5 ships lifted off one by one, their chemical rockets pushing them up through Earth's atmosphere. As they reached orbit, Anna watched Earth grow smaller below them. They were about to travel farther than any human had gone before, not with quantum drives or fancy alien technology, but with good old-fashioned human engineering. "Set course for the Orc cloud," she ordered. "Let's go save some aliens." As the fleet moved away from Earth, Anna thought about the irony of the situation. The Stellar Assembly had probably passed by Earth thinking humans were too primitive to be worth contacting. Now those same primitive humans were their only hope for rescue. "Send a message to the aliens," she told her communications officer. "Tell them Earth's rescue fleet is on the way. And tell them to get ready for a lesson in how sometimes the simplest solutions are the best ones." The rescue fleet accelerated toward the outer solar system, carrying humanity's hopes and proving that progress doesn't always mean making things more complicated. 3 weeks into their journey, the rescue fleet passed Neptune's orbit. The blue planet's stormy surface reminded them of the challenge ahead. Commander Anna stood at the main window of the Earthbound Hope, watching the giant ice planet slowly drift by. "Status report," she called out to her bridge crew. "All ships running perfectly," answered Jack from his station. He tapped the analog gauge in front of him. "The old equipment is working better than we hoped. No breakdowns at all." The fleet had settled into a steady rhythm. Every 8 hours, they sent radio messages back to Earth using simple frequency waves that could cut through the growing quantum interference. The aliens, too, kept sending signals, getting stronger as the fleet got closer. "Commander, come look at this," called Bill, the radio operator. He held up a piece of paper with strange markings on it. "The aliens are sending us pictures now, through basic radio waves." Anna walked over and studied the paper. The aliens had figured out how to send simple images through radio signals, like old TV broadcasts. The picture showed their fleet. 20 massive ships trapped in what looked like a swirling storm of energy. "They're learning to use simpler technology," she said with a smile. "Looks like we're teaching them something already." The rescue fleet's mechanic, Peter, was checking the backup systems when he made an interesting discovery. "Commander," he called over the radio, "these old mechanical systems actually work better the closer we get to the quantum storm. The interference that's killing their fancy tech doesn't affect our pulleys and levers at all." This news spread excitement through the fleet. Their primitive technology wasn't just holding up, it was proving to be the perfect tool for the job. As they traveled, the crew spent time practicing with the mechanical backups. They turned off their computers and navigated by the stars. They used hand cranks to adjust course. They sent messages using Morse code when the regular radio got too much interference. "It's like going back in time," said Mary, the navigation officer, as she worked with an old sextant. "My grandfather used to use one of these on fishing boats." The fleet passed through fields of ice and rock at the edge of the solar system. Here, the quantum storm's effects began to show. Sometimes their digital screens would flicker or go dark. But the mechanical systems kept working perfectly. "Look!" shouted Jack one morning. "You can see it now." Everyone rushed to the windows. Far ahead, a strange light filled space. It looked like a giant curtain of shifting colors. The quantum storm. And trapped inside it, they could just make out the shapes of the alien ships. Anna used the mechanical intercom to address all 5 ships. "This is Commander Anna. We found them, just where they said they would be. Remember your training. From this point on, we use only basic systems. No computers unless absolutely necessary. Humanity's oldest technology is about to save the most advanced ships in the galaxy." The crew cheered, their voices carrying through the mechanical speaking tubes that connected different parts of the ship. They had trained for this moment, practicing with their simple tools and basic machines. "Send a message to the aliens," Anna ordered. "Tell them to get ready. The rescue fleet from Earth is almost there." Bill used the old radio transmitter to send the message. The response came back quickly. The aliens were amazed that the human ships could operate so close to the quantum storm. Their own backup systems had failed days ago. As the rescue fleet approached the storm's edge, Anna felt proud. Humans might not have fancy quantum drives or advanced AI, but they knew how to build things that lasted, things that worked even when everything else failed. "Prepare for storm entry," she announced. "Let's show our new alien friends what human ingenuity can do." The 5 ships moved forward together, their simple but reliable technology ready to face one of the strangest phenomena in space. The real test was about to begin. The quantum storm swirled around the rescue fleet like a sea of colored lightning. Through the thick windows of Earthbound hope, Commander Anna watched the alien ships grow larger. Their vessels were beautiful, sleek silver shapes 3 times the size of Earth's largest ships. "All mechanical systems holding steady," reported Jack, his eyes on the analog gauges. "Those aliens must be surprised to see us moving through this storm like it's nothing." The closest alien ship was massive. Its hull sparkled even in the strange light of the storm. But unlike the human vessels, it floated helplessly, its advanced engines dead in the quantum interference. "Incoming message," Bill announced from the radio station. "They're using our frequency now." The alien captain wants to talk directly. Anna picked up the radio handset, took a deep breath, and pressed the button. This is Commander Anna of the Earth Rescue Fleet. We're here to help. There was a moment of static. Then a calm voice replied in slightly broken English. Commander Anna, I am Captain Ray of the Stellar Assembly. We are grateful you came. Though we admit we are surprised by your ships. Surprised that they work. Anna smiled. Sometimes simple is better. Indeed, there was a touch of humor in Ray's voice. Our finest quantum systems are useless here. Yet your vessels move with ease. We have much to learn from Earth, it seems. Through the bridge window, Anna could now see movement inside the alien ship. Figures gathered at their windows, watching the human fleet approach. She wondered what they thought of Earth's primitive rescue ships. Captain Ray, we're going to extend our docking tube, Anna explained. It's a mechanical system. No electronics to fail. Are your airlocks still working? Basic systems only, Ray replied. But yes, we can open the doors manually. Your mechanical thinking, it is most impressive. The crew worked quickly, using hand cranks to extend the docking tube. It was like an old submarine connection. All metal and rubber seals, no fancy electronic locks. Peter supervised the connection, making sure everything was perfectly aligned. Tube is secure, Peter reported. We have a good seal. No computers needed. Anna gathered her greeting team, Jack, Mary, and Peter. They all wore simple space suits with mechanical air systems rather than electronic ones. As they approached the airlock, they could hear the mechanical sounds of the alien ship's door opening. The inner door opened, and for the first time, humans stood face to face with members of the Stellar Assembly. Captain Ray was tall and slender, with smooth silvery skin that seemed to shimmer. His crew looked similar, all wearing what appeared to be very advanced suits that now functioned only at their most basic level. Welcome aboard, Ray said, his English improving as he spoke more. We have watched Earth for many years, thinking you too, simple for contact. We were wrong. Sometimes the simple solutions are the best ones, Anna replied, extending her hand in greeting. Ray studied it for a moment, then carefully shook it, learning the human gesture. Your ships, one of Ray's engineers said, looking around in fascination. They use physical controls, actual moving parts. We haven't used such things in centuries. That's exactly why we can help you, Peter explained. Our backup systems don't need quantum computers or AI. They just need human hands to operate them. Ray nodded slowly. Perhaps the Stellar Assembly has gone too far in one direction. We abandoned reliable mechanical systems for advanced technology. And now we are stuck. The two crews began sharing information. The aliens were amazed by the humans' mechanical solutions, while the humans marveled at what remained working of the alien technology. Both sides had much to teach each other. Commander Anna, Ray said, your people have proven themselves far more capable than we imagined. After we are free of this storm, the Stellar Assembly will need to reconsider many things about Earth and humanity. Anna smiled. For now, let's focus on getting your fleet safely out of here. We brought some basic tools we think might help. Sometimes, the oldest solutions work best for the newest problems. The human crew began unloading their equipment, ready to show the most advanced civilization they'd ever met how to solve problems the old-fashioned way. It was time to prove that humanity's primitive technology could save the day. The next few days were busy aboard the alien flagship. Peter, the human mechanic, laid out his tools on a large table, while alien engineers watched with growing interest. He held up a simple pulley system made of steel cables and mechanical winches. This is how we'll get you out, he explained, pointing to his drawings. No computers, no quantum physics, just basic mechanics and human ingenuity. Captain Ray leaned forward, his silvery skin reflecting the workshop's lights. You plan to tow our ships, like ancient water vessels. Exactly, Peter grinned, Each of our 5 ships will tow 4 of yours. The cables are strong enough to pull small planets. We tested them ourselves. The alien engineers studied the equipment with new respect. One of them, who called himself Tech Lead Blue, picked up a mechanical winch. Such simple machines, yet they work perfectly in conditions that disable our most advanced systems. Commander Anna supervised as human and alien crews worked together to attach the towing cables. The humans taught the aliens how to operate manual tools, wrenches, pulleys, and hand-powered winches. Many of the aliens had never held such basic tools before. Your people have maintained these skills, Ray observed, watching his crew learn to splice cables by hand. We lost these abilities generations ago, trusting everything to automation. On Earth, we believe in keeping old skills alive, Anna replied. Every spacecraft we build has mechanical backups. Today, that's going to save your fleet. Peter's team worked ship by ship, connecting the thick steel cables. They used hand signals to communicate through the quantum storm's interference. Each human ship would lead a line of alien vessels, like a train of silver stars through space. Cable connections complete on all ships, Jack reported through the mechanical intercom. We're ready to start. Anna gathered everyone in the alien ship's main hall for final instructions. The room was packed with both humans and aliens, all listening intently. Remember, she said, her voice carrying through the large space, we'll move slowly. Our ships will pull in sequence, using the mechanical winches to maintain steady pressure. If anything goes wrong, we use the hand signals we practiced. The aliens had adapted quickly to the human methods. They stood ready at their posts, manual tools in hand, looking both nervous and excited. This was the first time in their history that they would trust their safety to such basic technology. All ships, prepare for rescue operation, Anna commanded through the radio. Start winches on my mark. The human fleet's engines fired up, their chemical rockets pushing steadily against the quantum storm. On each ship, crews began turning the massive winches, taking up the slack in the cables. Winches active, Peter reported. Cable tension building slowly. Perfect. The first alien ship began to move. Its sleek hull shuddered slightly, then started sliding forward through the colored storm. The aliens watched in amazement as their dead ships began moving under the power of simple human engineering. It's working, Tech Lead Blue exclaimed. We're actually moving. Ship by ship, the alien fleet began to follow the human vessels. The storm swirled around them, but the mechanical systems held firm. No computers to fail, no quantum drives to overload. Just steel, muscle, and determination. All ships maintaining position, Mary reported from her station. The towing formation is stable. Captain Ray stood beside Anna on the bridge, watching his fleet move for the first time in weeks. Your people are remarkable, Commander, he said quietly. You've done what we thought impossible, using technology we considered obsolete. Sometimes the old ways are the best ways, Anna replied, watching the storm's lights play across the ships ahead. Humanity never forgot that. Maybe that's our greatest strength. The combined fleet moved steadily through the quantum storm, human and alien crews working together. It was a sight no one had ever seen before. Earth's primitive ships leading the advanced vessels of the stellar assembly to safety. Send word to Earth, Anna ordered. Tell them Phase 1 of the rescue is successful. We're bringing them home. Everything was going smoothly until it wasn't. 6 hours into the rescue operation, the quantum storm began to change. The swirling colors grew darker, and the energy readings went off the charts. Commander Anna, Mary called out from her station. Something's wrong. The storm is getting stronger. Anna rushed to the bridge window of Earthbound Hope. The storm had turned from beautiful colors to angry purple and black swirls. Behind them, the line of alien ships swayed in the increasing energy waves. All ships switched to backup systems immediately, she ordered through the mechanical speakers. Shut down anything electronic. They had practiced this drill, but now it was real. Across all 5 human ships, crews quickly turned off their remaining electronic equipment. Just in time, a massive wave of quantum energy washed over the fleet. "Status report," Anna called out. "Main powers dead," Jack replied, working by the light of old-fashioned chemical lamps. "But the mechanical systems are holding. Thank goodness for these manual controls." Peter's voice came through the speaking tube from the engine room. "The winches are still working. As long as we have human muscle to turn them, we can keep moving." The alien crews were learning fast. Through the observation windows, Anna could see them working their own manual systems, just as the humans had taught them. Captain Ray's voice crackled through the radio. "Commander, we've lost all remaining power," he reported calmly. "We're operating on the mechanical backups you installed. The stellar assembly owes your people more than we can ever repay." The storm grew even stronger. Lightning-like bolts of quantum energy flashed around the ships. The cables connecting the vessels glowed with strange light, but the old-fashioned steel held strong. "All hands to the winch stations," Anna ordered. The entire crew, except for essential bridge personnel, ran to help turn the massive wheels that kept the alien ships moving. Mary worked at her station, using a manual sextant to check their position. "We're still on course," she reported, wiping sweat from her forehead. "But the storm is pushing us hard to starboard." In the engine room, Peter and his team fought to keep the mechanical systems running. They used hand pumps to maintain hydraulic pressure and turned heavy cranks to adjust the power output. Their muscles ached, but nobody complained. "Keep those winches turning," Peter shouted encouragement to his tired crew. "We're not losing any ships today." The quantum storm raged for hours. Without computers or electronic sensors, the crews navigated by sight and feel. They used chalk to mark readings on boards, counted time with mechanical stopwatches, and relied on their training and instincts. Anna stayed at her post, using a manual periscope to watch the fleet's formation. The alien ships swayed dangerously in the energy waves, but the steel cables held them steady. Humanity's simple technology was their lifeline. Through the speaking tubes, she could hear her crew working together. Some sang old sea shanties as they turned the winches, keeping their rhythm steady. Others called out encouragement in multiple languages. The alien crews joined in with their own songs, creating a strange but beautiful harmony. "Commander," Bill called out suddenly. "Look ahead." Through the storm's darkness, a patch of normal space was visible. Stars twinkled in the distance, unaffected by the quantum interference. They were nearly out. "All ships, this is Commander Anna," she announced through the mechanical intercom. "One final push. We can see clear space ahead." The crews redoubled their efforts. Muscles strained at the winches, and sweat dripped onto metal floors. But nobody gave up. Slowly, steadily, the combined fleet moved toward the patch of clear space. Captain Ray's voice came through the radio one last time before the storm's interference blocked all communication. "Humans truly are remarkable. You've saved us with technology we thought was long obsolete. The stellar assembly will never forget this." Anna watched as the first alien ship crossed into clear space, followed by another and another. Their simple solution, born from humanity's refusal to completely abandon the old ways, had worked. Sometimes, she thought, the best technology isn't the newest, it's the most reliable. As the last ship cleared the quantum storm, cheers erupted throughout both fleets. The combined human and alien crews had accomplished something unprecedented. Commander Anna walked through the corridors of Earthbound Hope, watching as her crew restarted their electronic systems and celebrated their success. "All ships report in," she called through the now-working communications system. One by one, each vessel confirmed they were safe and operating normally. Captain Ray's ship glided alongside the Earthbound Hope, its systems coming back online as they moved farther from the storm. The alien vessels looked even more impressive in normal space, their silver hulls gleaming in the starlight. "Commander Anna," Ray's voice came through clearly on the main speakers. "The Stellar Assembly Council has just made contact." They would like to speak with both of us. A large screen on the bridge lit up, showing a group of dignified aliens seated in what appeared to be a Grand Council chamber. Their leader, Grand Minister Star, addressed them directly. Earth's rescue fleet has done more than save our ships, the Grand Minister announced. You have taught us a valuable lesson. In our rush to advance, we forgot the importance of maintaining reliable foundations. Anna stood proudly before the screen. We're just glad we could help. On Earth, we believe in balancing progress with reliability. Indeed, the Grand Minister's expression was solemn. After reviewing the reports of your rescue operation, the Council has made a historic decision. We would like to formally invite Earth to join the Stellar Assembly. A stunned silence fell over the bridge. This was more than anyone had expected. The Stellar Assembly was offering Earth membership in their advanced civilization, not despite their simpler technology, but because of it. But more than that, the Grand Minister continued, we would like to establish a special Earth-led division within our fleet, a group dedicated to maintaining and teaching what you call backup systems across our entire civilization. Peter, who had just arrived on the bridge, couldn't help but smile. You mean you want us to help you relearn the basics? Exactly, Captain Ray added. Your rescue showed us the danger of relying too heavily on advanced technology. We need to relearn what your people never forgot. The Grand Minister nodded. We propose a knowledge exchange. Earth will share its expertise in reliable mechanical systems, while we share our advanced technology. Together, we can create something better than either of us had alone. Commander Anna looked at her crew, seeing pride in their faces. Their mission had started as a rescue operation, but had turned into something much more important, a bridge between two different approaches to technology. We would be honored, she replied to the Grand Minister. Earth looks forward to working with the Stellar Assembly as equals. Over the next few days, as both fleets traveled together toward Earth, humans and aliens continued to learn from each other. The aliens were fascinated by the simple but effective mechanical systems, while the humans marveled at the advanced technology now working properly again. Look at this, Peter said to Tech Lead Blue, showing him how to repair a mechanical winch. With basic tools and knowledge, you can fix almost anything. Blue nodded enthusiastically, his silvery hands learning to work the manual tools. And with both our technologies working together, imagine what we could achieve. On the bridge, Anna and Ray watched Earth appear in the distance, growing larger as they approached home. Your world will never be the same, Ray said quietly. Contact with the Stellar Assembly will change everything. Anna smiled. And the Stellar Assembly will never be the same either. Sometimes you need to look backward to move forward. As the combined fleet approached Earth orbit, Anna thought about how a simple rescue mission had changed the course of human history. Humanity would still reach for the stars, but they would do it their own way, keeping one hand on the old tools that had served them so well, while reaching for new advances with the other. Send a message to Earth Control, she ordered. Tell them to prepare for visitors, and tell them to bring out our best tools, both old and new. We have a lot to teach our new friends.